Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big for One Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 73 of Winning a National Title with every team in the game. If you guys missed any episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist of every episode or every team that we have done so far. I guess every episode, technically, and team. But if you down in the description below will be our teams that we've done so far in their records or in their season that they officially won a national championship. This one will be a little bit different. We do not have the wheel this episode. We got a comment on one of the last videos, and that comment said to rock with an ACC team of North Carolina. They are an 84 overall team, about middle of the road. Actually one of the top end teams, but still middle of the road as an 84 with the ACC. Ooh, we do have CEO with our head coach as well. That's actually kind of nice. Wonder what perks we have unlocked in that tier with this head coach. But let's check out the coach abilities first and foremost. I mean, we do have recruiter and motivator, mostly pretty much everywhere, just for at least scouting wise. Motivator. Probably need to upgrade some there in that as well. We do a program builder as well, and we have mostly for the pipeline boost. That's nice. We love to see that. And CEO as well with extension, discount on coach abilities, at risk, and second persuades. We don't have insta commit, which granted I don't know why it's there, but anyways. Offensive coordinator does have some motivator and some recruiter as well. Okay, so that would be technically a discount. Oh, we already have it. Okay, that's weird. And then our defensive coordinator, tactician, and motivator as well. So would technically that be? It would be. Okay, so it's -1. Okay, that's kind of stupid. But anywho, I've never actually seen that happen before, so we haven't really gotten up there yet. But roster-wise, we do have a 93 Marion Hampton running back. We also have Rucker here at 92 on the right end. So some pretty good players. We don't really need a quarterback. Harrell's also back here. Does a playing time. He'll be with us next season. He'll probably start. Barlow is going to be leaving us, so we'd probably need a backup halfback. Wide receivers. Could use some speed at wide receiver. Tight ends are decent. Offensive line could use some upgrades. Defensive line looking pretty good, but most of them are leaving us, so we're going to need some D-line. We're probably going to need some linebackers. Need some corners with speed. 90 speed's not going to cut it, but we do have a couple safeties with 95 and 92 and 93 speed. And we do not need a kicker or punter in this offseason. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and set up Season 1 here with North Carolina, and I'll be right back. And here we are at the end of season number 1 here with North Carolina. We only go 10-2. And we started out 10-0, beating Minnesota, Charlotte, FCS, James Madison, Duke, Pitt, Georgia Tech, Virginia, Florida State, and Wake Forest before losing our last 2 games against Boston College and NC State. We only put up 20 points and 9 points. So a 10-2 season's really good, but unfortunately we're not going to make the College Bowl playoff after losing our back-to-back games in the conference, and unfortunately we're not making the conference championship because NC State went 11-1 and 8-0 in the conference, so we are 2 games back with Clemson and Boston College more likely going in the ACC tournament, or in the ACC championship. I always say tournament for some reason. I'm thinking college basketball, even though that's already over at this point as well. But then now being late April. But Grayson McCall wins the Heisman Trophy. I think one of the first times we've seen him win a Heisman Trophy. 3,500 yards, 48 touchdowns to 1 interception on the season. We'll take on Colorado in the Pop-Tarts Bowl here in Season 1. So we're just going to go ahead, simulate to the end-of-season recap, and see how we do with the bowl game. Hopefully we can get the win. Colorado is decent in their first season of simulation, so we'll kind of see how North Carolina does here in Season 1. And we won. We're 11-2 with pro potential conference prestige going up, coach stability and coach prestige go down. But no one really wanting to transfer out, so that's nice. And we did level up. And NC State, in year number 1, wins it all with Liberty, Georgia, NC State, Kansas State, and Ohio State as the automatic qualifiers, with Oregon, Clemson, Utah, Washington, Notre Dame, and Boston College and Texas A&M as the at-large bid. So an ACC team wins it all here in year 1. So congrats to them, but it's going to be on to Season 2 here with North Carolina. So here we are in Season 2 with North Carolina. We go 11-1 on the season and 8-0 in the conference. Only loss came against the UCF team. We beat TCU, we beat Charlotte, lost to UCF, but then beat Kansas State in a low-scoring game. We beat Stanford, Cal, Duke, Syracuse, Wake Forest, Clemson, Virginia, NC State, and we got to face Boston College in the ACC championship. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, we're automatically going because Boston College is ranked 3rd in the nation. A win gets us a bye. And we won. So we are 12-1 on the season and being the number 1 overall team going in to the college football playoff. So we will take that. Christian Hamilton had 6 catches, 163 yards, and 3 touchdowns on Boston College. And Avery Johnson wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,200 yards, 28 touchdowns to 2 interceptions on the season. We actually got the best defensive back with Cost, who had 3 picks and 46 tackles. That was the only award we won. But let's check the bracket. We have UAB, Oregon, North Carolina, Kansas State, and Oklahoma as the automatic qualifiers, with Texas A&M, Michigan, Tennessee, Cincinnati, Pitt, and USC Boston College as the at-large bids. So Boston College goes from 3, they drop to 7. But we have to face the winner of Michigan, Tennessee, which is going to be a tough battle either way in this one. So we have to find a way to get wins as an A7 overall team. We're going to be playing Michigan in the Orange Bowl. So they beat Tennessee 42-14. Yikes. Everything else was close. UAB only lost by 3. Pitt only lost 1 by 1. And Boston College only lost by 2. I guess that was in overtime. It was in triple overtime. And then Pitt only won by 1 in regulation. So, all in all, we got to play a very tough Michigan team here in the quarterfinals. But let's get it started against 11-2 Michigan. We're about same overall, 87. They have an 86 offense. We have an 87 offense. They have an 89 defense compared to our 87 overall defense. And so it looks like their offense is a lot lower, or is pretty much bringing their overall down. But we're going to start on offense first here against Michigan, and we go nowhere. Their offense goes nowhere, but we get a turnover, but so do they. And it's after 1, 0's all. But we get the first points of the game, and then Michigan ties it, and then we take the lead 21-7 at the half. So 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, and we'll get a field goal here in the third and a touchdown. So it's now 31-7 here over Michigan. I think we can just go quarter here because I don't think they're going to be coming back, and they don't. So they get a touchdown, and we get another field goal to win 34-13 in the Orange Bowl. And North Carolina is now 1 win away from a national championship here in season number 2. And, of course, we're going to get the XP boost because we do have CEO as an upgrade. So we'll gladly take that here in the college football playoffs. However, if we can get another win where we are going to play after we get all the player of the weeks, we're going to be playing Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl. I guess we only had 1 player of the week just because I think someone else was playing. But Oregon defeated Texas A&M 34-23, and the winner would go play Kansas State or USC in the national title game. So let's get this started here against 13-1 Oregon. And both teams are an 87 overall, equal offense and defense and team overall. Defense going to have to get stops. Offense is going to have to score. A lot of the times they touch the football. We can't be giving up the football. We can't be having them getting short fields. Need something to happen. We're going to start on defense first in this one as well. And we give up a touchdown. And then we get a kick return touchdown. So 7-all after 1. Now it's 10-7, but now 10-10. 13-10, and it'll be that way at the half when we get ball to start the second half, and we kick it. But we do get a touchdown, and it's 20-10 here in the fourth quarter. Got to eat up as much time as we can, and we legit go 3 and out. Now Oregon's got a chance to make this a one-score game, and they do. It's a 3-point game with 3:10 to go. That's a huge couple first downs. And that's a huge 1st and goal, and we're going to do it. North Carolina's going to defeat Oregon 20-17. We had a couple huge first downs on that drive. On 3rd and longs as well. The Oregon defense falters. And we'll take the win. And that means we're moving on to the national championship game. And let's see who the two teams of Kansas State and USC win to face us. Because at this point, we don't know who's going to be it. Well, of course, we're going to have all the Player of the Week awards here. Not all of them, mostly just the ACC Offensive and Defensive Player of the Weeks. We also get the National Offensive Player of the Week, so that's nice. We're playing Kansas State in the national title game. We beat them early on this season, looking for their revenge on their only loss. And Kansas State beat USC 28-27. Wow, both games Kansas State has played 28-27 wins. That's kind of wild, but anywho, this will be a tough matchup either way against this Kansas State team. So if both teams are 14-1 in this national championship game, and Kansas State's an 84. We are an 87, so overall advantage for one of the few times in this run here with North Carolina for this college football playoff, but got to win here. Another team would be done with North Carolina doing it in 2 seasons. We're going to start on offense first. The offense punts. Kansas State turns it over, so nothing after 1 for both sides. Still nothing so far. And yeah, it'll be that way at the half, so defensive heavy battle here. Kansas State still can't get a point on the board. They finally do here in the 3rd quarter before the end. And then we get a touchdown to start the 4th quarter, and it's tied up at 7-all. We get a huge first down not having to punt from our own end zone, but we can't get another first on 4th and 4. And Kansas State is driving. They get a first down, but the defense gets a stop and they miss the field goal. And we turn it over with 9 seconds, and they miss the field goal, so we're going to overtime. 3rd and 1 from the 6. They get a huge sack by the defense. We have 1st and goal, and that's going to do it. North Carolina, in only 2 seasons, has officially won it all. Defeating the Heisman winner as well. The trophy's in the ground again for some reason, but North Carolina wins 13-10 after a 3rd and 1 from the 6-yard line. The defense gets a stop. You got to give props to the defense in this one. Granted, we tried to turn it over and give Kansas State the win late in the game. But man, oh man. Another team down. 15-1 for North Carolina. We will see the wheel return next episode. But let's check out the stats before we head on out. Harrell. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that name right. If not, it's Connor. 3,700 yards, 33 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Martin, 853 with 11 on the ground. Connor, I guess, 548 with 2. Prude, 304 with 2. And Hamilton, 38 with 1. Receiving-wise, Pacor, maybe that's how you say his name. 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Hamilton, 940 with 12. Ship, 777 with 8. Johnson, 545 with 2. And then Martin had 155. Prude with 81. Blackwell with 31. Randolph with 18. And then these guys with 1 single catch on the season. Defensive-wise, Campbell, 81 tackles, led the team. Hamrick had 9 for a loss. Laura had 9 sacks. Cost had 3 picks to lead the team. We only had 6 forced fumbles, and we only recovered 2 of them. We did not have a blocked kick, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns. Boyd here for kicking-wise, he did miss a couple field goals. He actually missed 6 of them and had 2 blocked, but was perfect on extra points. Our punter-wise, 2,400, pretty much 2,500 yards. 1 blocked, 9 inside the 20, and 8 touchbacks. I think that's one of the first times I've seen a blocked kick on a punting-wise. But we did, of course, have that kick return in the college football playoff, but no punt returns. But that's going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It's free. It really helps out the channel. Also, if you guys do want to see any colleges you want to see me win a national championship with, write a comment in the comment section below, and we'll get to that team in the next episode. Next episode will be the finale of our 0 overall franchise on Thursday. Just simming a bunch until a couple people retire and eventually get into the Hall of Fame over there. And then these will return on Friday. But, of course, if you do want to see me do a team that we have not done before, write in the comment section. Make sure it's not one that we haven't already done. So we can't obviously say North Carolina, but we could say like Kansas or, something like that. Please, Kansas. But if not, we will have the wheel return on Friday, obviously with North Carolina taken out now. And, yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, weekend, whenever you guys are watching this. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm out. Peace.